Hey, how's it going? Let's talk about Black Cat issue number 1. Warning, there will be spoilers. So our story starts out with Felicia Hardy, aka Black Cat, in the night nurse's clinic that she runs. We see a couple familiar faces. We see Frogman, Daredevil, the Lizard, and Felicia's there to get patched up because she got a little hurt. And we are actually going to end up breaking the fourth wall at this point, rewinding to the beginning of this day where we see everything unfold. So we end up going back into our flashback at the beginning of this day. We see Felicia running away from a bunch of police officers. She actually ended up robbing a place, and while she's doing this, she is actually calling Peter on the phone, trying to figure out what exactly is going on. He's been ghosting her left and right, kind of giving her the cold shoulder and not talking to her. And she ends up calling up one of her, I guess, people who help out the bad guys in the situation, trying to figure out where she can lay low and find like a safe house. As she's talking to her bad guy handler in the chair, he tells her that there's a safe house above this pet store. She goes to the pet store, who happens to show up, but the Lizard, he is robbing the pet store because he wants to like study the birds in the pet store for reasons I can't remember exactly. She runs into him and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Can you get out of my way? I'm trying to get to my safe house." He's like, "No, I don't know about that." And they get into a big old fight, which she is surprised by, which she thought, hey, since they're both bad guys, that maybe, they could kind of help each other out and stay out of each other's way, but that's not the case. So Felicia actually does end up defeating the Lizard with the help from Spider-Man. He's still giving her the cold shoulder and the silent treatment, that's for sure, and she doesn't know why. She thinks maybe it has something to do with Hellgate, which is going on in the Spider-Man title at the moment, and he kind of swings off and just doesn't even pay much attention to her. When she actually ends up getting into the safe house, she starts to contemplate, is this really worth it? I'm having such a hard time, keeping up this appearance and stuff. They, cost a lot to keep up with. She ends up actually finding out that she ends up getting wounded from the Lizard. She gets like a big old gash across her arm, which leads us to Night Nurse at the beginning of this particular issue. She goes there and she starts talking to Night Nurse, starting getting patched up and stuff. She starts to contemplate that, things have been easier since when Spider-Man was around, and he could basically take care of the other bad guys and get to be distracted and stuff like that, while she could slip in and basically steal stuff whenever she wanted to. But now, since Spider-Man isn't around, things have been a lot harder. So she comes to the conclusion that, hey, maybe, just maybe, things will be easier if I become a hero so I can still continue my, I guess, pursuit in crime as well. She's going to be a bad guy hero, maybe? I don't know. All right, so let's take a look at the internal artwork. Just gotta say, I love this cover. This cover is beautiful. But yeah, let's look at the creative team for this issue and for the ongoing series. There you have it right there. Give them all the love and respect that they deserve. I just have to say, man, the art in this issue really it rocks. It's a really well drawn book. I love especially this scene with them all in the waiting room for Night Nurse. I thought was really, really funny, and we get some really nice action and stuff in this first issue. I love all the expressiveness in Black Cat's face, especially when she gets kind of annoyed with things. It's a very, very well done with all the action and stuff like that, all the bright colors and stuff. Awesome fight with the Lizard. This book hit it out of the park, I feel like, with the artwork, that is for sure. And I love all the stuff where she's actually breaking the fourth wall, kind of like Malcolm in the Middle style. I thought that was actually a lot of fun, which we get a little bit in here. It's not as bad as like Deadpool or She-Hulk breaking the fourth wall, but we do get that in here. But yeah, the artwork is awesome, and I definitely recommend checking out this first issue because you get a little fan service in it, and some fights and stuff, and you can't go wrong with that. Black Cat's a cool character. So what exactly do I think of Black Cat issue number 1? Well, it was surprisingly a really fun read, that's to say. I went into this completely blind. I didn't know what's been going on with the character of Black Cat Felicia Hardy and stuff like that within the Spider-Man title. So doing that, I had a little bit of a hesitation to possibly pick this up, but my fears were thwarted and gone because this was a really fun, easy read to get into. They do reference some of the stuff that's been going on slightly within the Spider-Man title with Hellgate, I think his name is, and like what's been going on with Peter slightly. But this was really easy and fun to get into. I really liked the grasp that the artist and the writer had on this character. It was a very witty first issue fun. The story flowed very well. There was no real cumbersome parts where the story lagged at all. And I got a couple of chuckles out of this book. It was really funny. I really liked how they laid out the story where we got the beginning and then we got what happened before the beginning of the book, and then we circled back around and we got to the end. It was really fun. It was very much like a day in the life of Felicia Hardy. Where I feel like I have fears about this book, possibly that it will maybe tie heavily more into what's been going on with Spider-Man in his book. I hope that doesn't really happen because I like what they're really setting up here with the whole she's going to be a hero but still be a thief type of thing. And there seems to be like seeds set forward, planted within this issue where we might be getting Tombstone and Sandman going against Felicia in this issue, or the issues to come, which I really do enjoy. I thought this was a very, very strong start to a new regular ongoing series, which I'm actually going to be adding to my pull list to check out more of this. It definitely got its hooks into me as, somebody who doesn't read Spider-Man at all. The only thing I'm reading with Spider-Man is the Spider-Man and Wolverine at the moment. That's like just lightly dipping my toe into the Spider-Man world. But I have to say, maybe dipping my foot now into the Spider-Man world with Black Cat. I really did enjoy this for sure, and I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Comment, like, subscribe. I'm going to talk to Mike. Catch you guys on the next video. Peace out. Stay safe. Go read some comics.